Hello everyone, Rich here, back for part 8 and hopefully the final part of this SS Kaiser Wilhelm der Grosse tutorial. Today's focus is of course the lifeboats and various vents around the ship, handrails, portholes and a few other things I can think of along the way. So what we're going to do first is to go to funnel number 4 first, and there's going to be a skylight plus four vents behind that. So funnel number 4, let's fly up to that, over here. And we go to the centre block of the back of the funnel, and we're going to go to the 5th block back. So centre block of the funnel, go 5 back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 5th block, we're going to need, should have planned this out properly, we're going to need dark oak wood planks there. So what we're going to do is build a wall 5 wide. So on the 5th block back, build 5 wide, like so. And the sides are 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then across the back. Double that in height all the way around, so it's 2 blocks high, like so, and then build a line across the centre like so, like that. It doesn't really matter actually. Oh, I'll put it there anyway. And then what we want to do is build stairs every 2nd block. So go from the back corner, go stairs, 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 and stairs. So it's 4 stairs like that, and then put blocks in between, like so, to create ribs. So you've got a sort of rib cage sort of thing. And we do the same on the other side, so I put stairs, 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 and stairs, and then a block, 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 block. And there we go, there's the skylight there. Nothing fantastic, but it's there nonetheless. Right, so what we're going to do now is add 4 vents around this thing, so you want 2 either side. So if we go, trying to think, if we go from the front side block of the skylight and count out 3, so 1, 2, 3 out like so. And then build the vent. How tall is the vent? Say 6 high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we add the sunflower to the front of it, like so. And then we can double it in thickness as well, like so. And then we go 4 behind that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Make it 5, and then do the same again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then add the sunflower. And then double the thickness at the back, like so. So do the same on the other side as well. So what I'll do, I'll quickly copy and paste this because I really cannot be bothered to do all the building. So it's the same process as before on the other side of the skylight. And what I'll do, I'll just quickly copy and paste. So you can see there's 2 there so far. And I'll just paste it to the other side. And there we go, there's the other 2. So there we are, that's the 4 vents around the skylight. And it should be right like that. So bear with me a second while I just read my notes. And what we need to do now is go to the deck house in front of funnel number 4. So this deck house here with the with the pyramid thingies like that. We're going to need 2 vents, one on either side of the pyramid. So on the side here, roughly halfway along the side, we're going to add a vent. So we're going to build it 6 high in 2 thickness. And we'll go 1. Damn it. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that, and then on the front we'll add the sunflower again, and then double that on the back like so. There's 1 vent there, and do the same on the other side. So roughly halfway along we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then again add all the what sits around the sunflower and things, and there we go, there's the that thing done there. Right, so what we need to do now, I haven't planned out the rest of these vents because they're sort of staggered all over the place, but I think what we can do, if we go over to the deck house between funnel 1 and 2, there's 2 vents that go on the top of there, but these are only sort of, they're sunflowers, but they're not full thickness, if you know what I mean. If we go to the centre block of the deck house, so this is between funnel 1 and 2, on the deck house here, go roughly halfway along the roof, and then 1, 2 out to the side, and then build about 6 high, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll add the sunflower, but this is only 1 block thickness, so you don't need to go behind it and add another pillar. So do the same the other side, so what is it, 1, 2 out to the side, build the same again, 6 high, and then we add the sunflower, like so, and there we are. There's those ones there, and there's 2 small vents actually behind the deck, behind the ship's wheelhouse. So we'll go behind the wheelhouse and they're sort of wedged in between the funnel. So if we go from, if you've added the ring around the base of the funnel like so, you can go from the end block of the front part and go 1, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, and then 1 forward, and then you can add 2 underneath as well to connect it to the deck like so. And I do the same the other side. So you got the front ring on the funnel, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, 1 forward, and then 2 underneath if you like so, and it should look something like that. Now just look over at the prototype, see what I've missed, and I can't really see anything. But like I say, the vents on the ship are sort of staggered. The ones that remain, because I've not added them in any specific order. So if we sort of add a few vents, small vents that is, we're not going to add any more big vents. So if we go from beside of funnel number 1 and sort of add a small vent there, and then a bit further back and do the same again by funnel number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 up, and then 1. So I'm not going to put these in any specific place, and then I can just copy them over as well. So if I just go over to the prototype actually and sort of get an idea, I'm not going to do all the vents because it just takes too long. So you can see there's a vent down there by the bridge wings, another one by funnel number 1, and then one between funnel number 1 and 2, and you can see there's all the small vents. They're just staggered all over the place. So like I said, I'm not going to bother putting them in because it just takes too long, and you can probably do a better job yourself anyway with the vents. They're not distracting anything from or detracting anything from the look of the ship. It's just, well, convenience really, because it's just wasting time otherwise if I go ahead and fill them all in. Once you get all the lifeboats in place, you won't really notice anyway, but we'll worry about that in a bit. So what we're going to do now is, before we do the lifeboats, we're going to do the side portholes on the white section. If you look on the white section of the prototype over there, you can see we've got portholes just above the yellow line. We're going to add them along there. I don't know how many there are, but they're every 4th block, and they're just above the yellow line. So we'll get our glass blocks. So we'll start from the front, roughly 3rd block back. I'll put our first glass block there, and like I said, they're every 4th block, all the way along the side until you get to the open promenade. So I'll just do that now. So every 4th block, I'll do the one side, and then I'll copy it over. Sod it. So I mean, I don't want to do too much and just get too involved in something and not be able to finish it. But these portholes, they're all evenly spread. I know on the real ship they weren't, but this is just my way of doing things. Sort of the half-assed approach to shipbuilding. Everyone knows that. Oh, missed one. How far? We're just coming up to the open promenade now. And there we are, there's the open promenade there. So we've got the portholes along the side, you can just about see. And then what we're going to do now is, while we're at the open promenade here at the back, we're just going to add a white block in there like so, so it creates the curve of that area there. And it should all look fine. So I'll quickly copy and paste this to the other side, all the portholes, and then everything will look fine, in theory. And then we can move on to the lifeboats, I think. So we do the same again. Copy, flip, paste. And yep, there we go. There's all the portholes along the side there. And that's fine. So we're getting towards the end of this now. I'm just trying to work out what to do now. So bear with me while I read my notes. Right, so what we're going to do now is work on the lifeboats. Now the lifeboats are a bit awkward to do because there's 8 of them along the side. Well, 9 really, but they're staggered, if you know what I mean. Because there's the got the central bridge wing, which is this section here, which I've not added pillars to yet. So what we're going to do is going to quickly add some pillars to that. We're going to use iron bars for that, and we're going to add some pillars underneath. So from the corners of the middle bridge wings, just add some iron bar pillars going down to the boat deck like so, and do the same at the back point like so. So there's our 2 support beams like that. So like I said, the lifeboats are staggered, so you have 3 lifeboats between the front bridge wings and the middle bridge wings, and then the other 5 or 6 will be behind the other bridge wing, or the middle bridge wing. But the last lifeboat, which is lifeboat number 9, will be stacked. So there'll be 3 lifeboats in one area, as you can just see over there in the prototype. I'll just quickly add these pillars first before I move on, otherwise I will forget. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There we go. So there's the pillars added there. Right. So I'm going to work on the right hand side. Is what I normally do. And what we're going to do, we're going to go. If I just read this, we're going to go from the front bridge wings, which is this area here, on the boat deck. I'm going to count to the 5th block back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is this block here. And on the side, we put a block like so. This is the first davit. And you're going to build 3 down, 1, 2, 3, and then 9 up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 2, 1, 2, and then 1, like so. So you've got a davit which goes up like that. And then you're going to leave a 14 block gap and build on the 15th block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. On the 15th block we'll do the same again. So 1 and then 3 down, 1, 2, 3, and 9 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 2 and 1. So you've got 2 davits now facing each other, like so. And then you put the boat, the lifeboat, which is 14 blocks long, in between. So the lifeboat itself is a very basic design. It's basically the keel of the boat, which is 2 blocks wide, like so, is 12 blocks long. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then at each end you build 2 forward, 2 forward, and then 2 back, whichever way you want to go, and then add the outside of the boat, like so. So there we are, there's our lifeboat. And if you want to, you can fill it in, because I normally put a canvas over the top, which is, I put a yellow canvas on the one on the prototype, but I think for these ones I shall do more of a traditional grey, really, because that's more in keeping with the era. So I just put a grey carpet over the top for the detail, like so. So there we are, there's our first boat done. So the first 2 davits and the first lifeboat done. Then what you want to do is leave a single block gap and do the same again. So from the last davit, single block gap, 1 block, 3 down, 1, 2, 3, you get the idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up, plus 2, plus 1. And then a 14 block gap, or basically count to the 15th block, which is that one there, and then do the same again. 1 plus 3 down, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up, plus 2 and 1. So that was where lifeboat number 2 will go, and then you do the same again for lifeboat number 3. 1 block gap, 1 block, and then 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up, plus 2 plus 1. And then again 15, count to the 15th block. And because the deck of the ship curves outwards slightly, you're going to build it on just slightly 1 block out. As you can see, the deck just gets slightly wider. So it's the 15th block again, and then 3 down, and then 9 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 up and 1. So that's where lifeboat number 3 will go. So there's the first 3 boats, like so. And then what you want to do after that, so once you've filled in those boats there, you go behind the middle bridge wing, which is here. And from the pillars, you're going to count to the 3rd block back. So last pillar there, you go 1, 2, 3. And then you start the process again. So 1 plus 3 down and 9 up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 2 up and 1. And you just basically do that all the way till you get to lifeboat number 9. So you've got the first 3 there, and then you need another 6 all the way back. So I shall do a quick jump cut while I do that. I'll just basically all the explanation I need to do, really, because if I just build it all on screen, you'll get confused. It just wastes time on all of the time. So like I say, you do the same design as you've done with lifeboat number 1, with lifeboat number 2 and lifeboat number 3, and then lifeboat number 4 onwards to number 9, all the way up to the end of the boat deck. So I shall do a jump cut while I work out the rest, and then I shall be back in a moment, so bear with me. Okay, back again. Just added all the lifeboats now, and it should look something like this. So we've got the first 3 lifeboats there, like I keep saying, between bridge wings at the front and the middle bridge wing. So the first 3 there, and then the other 6 are behind the middle bridge wing, going along the side, like so. And you will also take into account the ship does get slightly narrower as you go along. So it starts narrow at the front, gets slightly wider by a block, and then goes in by a block. So it's just a slight narrowing of the ship, but it's not a big deal. It should all look fine when it's all done. So that's all 9 lifeboats and davits done. Now once you get to lifeboat number 9, we're going to add another 2 lifeboats on top. So what we need to do is just remove, say about the middle portion of the cover on the last lifeboat, like so, and then add a keel, which is 12 long again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then build another boat. Or more basically, we are building another boat on the top, like so. So it's the same process as the rest of the lifeboats, but there's just 3 of them stacked here, like so. And then just fill in the rest as well. So then there's another lifeboat there, and then we add another keel, so another 12. Like so, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then do the same process again with the side of the boat. And it sort of makes you wonder why they didn't do this with all the lifeboats. I mean, the davits are high enough, you can add double lifeboats or triple lifeboats all the way along the side, but never mind. And there we go, there's the 3rd lifeboat, and that should look something like that. And then what you can do then is just add the cover to the top, and it should all look nice and neat and wonderful there. And, there we go. And then for the cover for the bottom one as well, you just need to add this carpet around the edges, because of course the rest of it's covered up. And there we go, that's lifeboats, all 3 of those lifeboats done. So it should, like I say, look something like that. And then what you want to do is just do the same on the other side for the last lifeboat there. So I should quickly copy paste this to the other side. So copy it down to, I don't know, there. And we do copy, flip, paste, and there we go. There's all 3 lifeboats on that side as well. All nice and neat and wonderful. Everyone's happy now. Right. So that is pretty much all the structural and detailing we need to do. I mean, like I said, the vents are a real pain to do. So if you want to fill them in your own way, then go ahead. It's not really going to detract from the look of the ship. It's just a pain in the ass adding them in everywhere, but you know, it's a thing nonetheless. So the last job for today and for this ship is just to add the handrails, really. So just look over the prototype quickly and see where I need to go. And what we're going to do, we're going to start at this last platform here around the aft mast, and just add the handrails around the edge of that, and it should all look okay. Now I was tempted to add handrails along the boat deck, along the side of that, but I didn't have that on the real ship, so I don't think it did anyway, so I didn't bother adding it on the prototype. So just add the handrails all the way around here, and when I finish we'll go over to the next build, which will be in a few days time, hopefully. And there we go, there's the first platform done. And where else do we need to go? Just looking over at the prototype. Not all these deck houses had handrails, which is a bit of a bummer, but no big deal. If we go to the deck house between funnel 2 and 3, we're going to add handrails around that. So just go around back of funnel number 3 and then up to the other side, and then along the side like so, and underneath the bridge wings here, which I'm stuck on. There's usually around this time I have a moan as well and a rant, but I can't really think of anything to moan about. There we go. But like I say, this is something I normally say anyway, but if you're going to be building this as part of a downloadable project or a video on YouTube or anything like that, then don't forget to leave credit for the design. That's really all I ask. I mean, I'm not going to charge you money or anything for it, but it's just a little bit of credit for the design, and everyone will be happy. But there we go. So where do we need to go now? We need to go to the bridge wings on the front of the ship and add handrails around from where the bridge wings end, around to from the deck house, or from the wheelhouse basically. And there like that. And then the same on the other side. And then we add handrails around the wheelhouse, around the top of the wheelhouse. And there we go, there's the handrails around that. That doesn't look too bad. And then down to the next deck below, we've got the raised platform now underneath the ship's wheelhouse. So we've got the raised platform here. We can add handrails around that. And that doesn't look too bad when it's done as well. Like I say, when you get all the handrails and the vents in place, it will look a lot better. But it does look a bit sparse at the moment, but no big deal. So there's that side done with the platform. Do the same the other side. There we go, and we're after, from this area here, from behind the stairs on the platform as well. Do there, and that's that. And we'll do the same the other side. I forgot to do that. So where are we? Where's the platform? There it is. Add the stairs there, and there we go. And can't really think of anything else. Oh, yep, we got one more job. We got the underneath the boat deck. We got where the pillars are. So boat deck up there, open pillars here. Just add the handrails in between here. And also, we've got the bloody lifeboat davits in the way as well, so I'll do it from the inside, it'll be easier. So let's do on the inside of the promenade. I think it is the promenade, I don't know what the deck is. I always call these decks the open promenade because of, well, they're open basically. Replace that block with white and then handrails. Do. And we're nearly at the end. Nope, not yet. I'll tell you what, these handrails are a real pain in the ass to add. They're just awkward to put on in place. But anyway, we're nearly at the end, and there we go. There's the handrails there, and it don't look too bad. You don't need to bother on the deck below because you've got the yellow line there, but the rest of it looks fine. And before I do the other side, I'm just going to do from the last lifeboat on the boat deck, the last lifeboat gantry there, you just add the handrails around the back of the deck as well. And then across to the other side. And there we go. And like I say, you just need to do the handrails on the other deck as well, on the other side rather, not the other deck, but I quickly do the first few bits and then I can use weld edit for the rest of it. Like so, and the rest of it I'll weld edit. I can use 101 for that, so up to there. We do, alright, let's replace 0 with 101. And there we go. And then up the next deck as well. Not the next deck, but the next section. Up to that point there. Do the same again. Handrails added, that's fine. Replace that wood block there, and then handrails again. I'll do these ones freehand. And we're out with that last section there, and there we go. There's all the handrails done, I believe. If there's any more that need doing, then it's tough because I can't be bothered to do anymore. And I do apologise if this video just seemed a bit rushed. I'm just sort of frustrated that I didn't get this done on Friday, but that's not a problem. Things got in the way, but there we go. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I'll just quickly look over the top to make sure I've not missed any handrail areas. There are some areas you probably could add handrails, like round funnel number 4, but that's up to you. Did I do that on mine? Nope. But the rest of it does look fine. So we've got a good variety of details done. I've got most of the vents done, but they're just a pain in the ass to put on. But overall, the ship doesn't look too bad. And yeah, I think we're done alright there. So as per usual, thanks for watching and all that. Before I do move on, or before I do close, we're going to move on to our next build, which will be in a couple of days' time. So that there is the Kaiser Wilhelm der Grosse, all done, all complete, and all ready to sail, if you want. And there we go. So we shall leave the Kaiser now and move on to over here. And Behind the Arundel Castle is our next build, which is the Eddie Fitzgerald, or the Edmund Fitzgerald. And once again, I do apologise for the colour scheme, but this is the colour scheme I will be running in the tutorial, because well, everyone seems to have a different opinion on what the real colour was, but I'm going to go with this one because this is my own design. And we shall go with that. But this is our next build. I shall try and get the first part of the tutorial for this one out by Friday of this week, but we shall see. Well, I'll see anyway what comes about, and it should be a fairly simple build. I mean, in terms of size, this thing is as big lengthwise as the Titanic, so it's going to be a hefty build, but it's not going to be as detailed. I mean, you've got a deck house at the front, a deck house at the back, and the rest of it is basically covers and hatches and things like that. So it's going to be interesting to do overall, and it's something different as well. And it's a complete rebuild of my original, but that's what our next build will be. And like I say, I'll try and get it done. Try and get the first part done on Friday of this week, and we'll move on from there. And then after that, once Eddie Fitz is done, will be the Arundel Castle there, the 4-stacker there, and then after that will be the SS United States over there, which is just in the fog. But we'll try and get as much of these tutorials done by September or before September. See what time I get and enthusiasm and things like that. But it should all be fun nonetheless. And that is our next build there, so we shall have fun building that. So that is that. So we're going to call it a day now. So this is Rich signing off, logging off, disappearing. Thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting, moaning and complaining and all things like that, and all things taken into account. So yep, that's me disappearing, and I shall return with another video soon. So bye for now.